if I can get this up and running. We'll wait a minute or two, let some folks jump on. Let's see. My glasses are dirty. All right, just about ready. How y'all doing? I'm doing pretty good. I missed y'all, haven't been here in a while, so I'm kind of looking forward to getting something crafty going today. Today we're going to do something different. I've told you all about these boards from Unique in the Creek, and I've got a couple projects started, so I figured this would be a good time to come on and do it. Going live today, and probably going to go live, if I don't do it tomorrow morning, then I will Sunday afternoon. My husband and I have a golf tournament this weekend, so I'm going to have to squeeze it in a live somewhere between or after golf sometime. So, all right. So what we're going to do is I'm using these boards from Unique in the Creek, and these are pre-hole boards. They're wonderful. They're making wreathing really, really easy. So the one I'm going to do today is the Kreepy Klown. It's kind of ugly face. Perfect for Halloween. So what you do is the sheet, when you get it, comes like this. After you print it off, you can send it to Office Depot or what's the other place? Anyway, any of the office stores, and have them printed off on cardstock. You get it like this. You cut it out. So you cut out your circle. And then we're going to Mod Podge it onto the board. So you just kind of line it up. Kind of know where I wanted to put it. So I get my Mod Podge. And I always, when I'm working with Mod Podge, I always have paper towels handy. I have a wet sponge handy. Just need a little brush because this stuff is sticky, sticky. So you just put some on your board, kind of spread it out and around. And it doesn't matter if you get it over the holes because it dries clear. But you want to make sure that you got enough on there to hold your picture on. So kind of get it all smoothed out. Think we're good. And then you want to make sure that you take your diagram that you have, and because we're doing it down farther, I need a little bit more down here. And it doesn't matter if you cover up the holes or whatnot. Like I said, it dries clear. And we're going to line it up. You just kind of want to put it down. And you've got a minute or two to work with it, so you don't need to panic. And then I always take just a little bit of Mod Podge and put it right on. And then use a squeegee. And start in the middle and just kind of squeegee it out. Get all those air bubbles out of there. Working from the center out. Hey everybody, come on in. Tell me where you're from, who you are. So glad to have you today. All right, looks pretty good. Just kind of smooth it all out. Just kind of smooth it real quick. Sticky, sticky. But it looks good, and I know it's not going to come off when we start to work with it, so this is perfect. Let me switch over. You can also use, if you don't have a squeegee, you can use an old card, or I use an old gift card. This is looking really good. Okay, and once we get it on, get it where you like it, just kind of let it dry. And once it dries, then you're going to take some clear spray, and I don't think I have my spray out here, I don't. But once it dries, I take it outside and I give it a clear coat just to protect it, just in case somebody hangs it outside and it might get to the elements, so it'll help protect it a little bit. The Mod Podge, what the Mod Podge does is it glues your picture to the board. And I suppose you could use regular glue or any other kind of adhesive if you wanted to, maybe a spray adhesive. I just know with Mod Podge, it's gonna stay and it's not gonna come off. So let me run and get this in the sink and rinse it off real quick. Hang on. Don't rinse out your brush right away, it may tend to ruin it, so just want to go and get that rinsed off. So we're going to set this aside, and this is going to be a project that I'm going to work on later in the week, but just to show y'all what I did. Okay, after you spray it, hi Elaine, where are you from in Mississippi? Okay, once you get that done, then we're going to take, and you always want to put your handle on, and there's two circles up here, and they're identified in green. Can't miss them. Just go ahead and tie on your a string, any kind of jute or anything that'll work. McNeil, I'm here in Jackson. Okay, now to make it, I wanted to make sure that you could hang this outside at night or during Halloween or whatnot that'll light up. So I added some battery operated lights, and all it is just a little battery pack. I put the batteries in it, double check that it lights up. I think that looks pretty cool. And shut her off, so that works. And all I did was, I want to make sure we're going to go through these holes with the zip ties. So we're going to be tying our mesh basically onto the wreath. So what I wanted to do was I went around and I taped the lights down so that the string went between two of the holes. So that'll help hold the lights in place. Candy, you're from Georgia. Oh, love Georgia. Okay, now that we've got that done, let me show you the mesh that we're going to use. I've got the red mesh, which I'm going to use for the hair. And I cut that at 9 inches. And I cut 2 9-inch strips for each one of the holes that I'm going to do. So it ended up being, what was it? 22. So we'll double those up. Then for the bottom, Callie Mae, get out of there. Down for the kind of the collar of his costume, I went with white mesh, 30 inches, and we're going to do what they call a cruffle. And a cruffle is the start of a curl on each end, and then you ruffle in between and then join them together. So you have a curl, a ruffle, and a curl, and it's called a cruffle. So I'll show you how to do that. And then on the very bottom, we're going to add some blue for underneath his collar. to kind of shine out. So I've got 4 of those, and those are cut at 10 inches. So let's get started. And if you can, as you can see on my board, you may not be able to see, but you can write what your recipe is going to be on each one of these holes if it gets too elaborate, and it just kind of helps you remember what's going where. So I think we will start right here, and that's going to be 2 reds. Kind of hold those out. I hope y'all can see. And put them right on top of each other. Don't need to do them separate. Just put them right on top of each other and just ruffle them up. And I've got it here, so what you're going to do is you take zip ties. You don't need to use pipe cleaners with this frame. You take zip ties, and if you can see, the zip tie has, I don't know if you can see, it has a flat edge and a bump edge. You want the flat edge pointing up, and you're going to take it and we're going to put it through the hole closest to the center. So just like that, we're putting it in there. We're going to take our ruffle and put it in. And this, it takes a little manipulation. We're going to take the end and put it down through so that we have it in the back. And we're going to put our zip tie in. And what you're going to do is you're going to pull and you're going to zip. And then once you get it fairly tight, you're going to keep pulling, and it's going to snap right into that bottom hole. Can you see that? How it snaps, it lays flat right in that hole. Hey Catherine, welcome. Hey Michelle. Hey Michelle, how are you? Michelle, it has Monkey's Creations, and she has done a great version of this also. So definitely want to jump over and take a look at her her Facebook page too, because she's got a lot more of these that she did. But these frames come from Unique in the Creek, and it's a fairly new company. They've only been out there about 3 months, and they make the big flowers that you see, the big roses. Let me see, there's roses, dahlias, sunflowers, and whatnot, and they're made on these same frames. But these frames are a little different. They don't have the holes in the middle, so you can do the characters. So anyway, to get back to it, definitely go and check out Michelle's site. So once you get the mesh in, you can kind of manipulate it, and the best way to do it is to just take a clothespin and clothespin it together. That way you can get to all your holes with no problems. And we'll just continue around. All right. I hope everybody had a good week. I usually go live on Tuesdays, but I wasn't here Tuesday because I was down in Hattiesburg. We had the state women's 4-ball golf championships. So I was down there playing, and my partner and I, we did pretty good. We didn't win it, but we definitely didn't embarrass ourselves. So that's great. And I think we got 6th place overall, but there were some tough teams. All right, so we got this one through. Now this one has got 3 holes in it. You can see 1, 2, and 3, and we're still working on the holes, 2 holes closest to the center. On this outer hole, pull and snap it into place. And once we're done, we're going to go back and we're going to cut all these tails off. And you kind of fluff it out. And you can fluff it all together. Now that 3rd hole, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a single red. And that's just going to make it a little extra fluffy. Yeah, the boards, I haven't tried the horses yet. I know, Michelle, you've tried the horses, and you've liked them pretty good, huh? I haven't tackled that yet. I'm still working on these little characters. Now this third hole is going to be a shared hole. So we're going to go back up through the middle where the other one came down. And we're just going to stick this one right in there. And we're going to go back down through the board. It's so much easier to do when you're sitting there watching TV. Okay, we got it down through there. We're going to zip it. See, I did that backwards. That's why it wouldn't work. All right, let me see if I can flip it. I can't, so we'll start all over. Go back down. Michelle, you made this look so easy when you did it. Okay, pinch, pull, snap into place. I don't know if I like that one or not. We'll see. Let me go back. It almost looks messy, but in the end it's going to turn out great. Oh, you're doing the unicorn? You definitely have to post that. That's going to be pretty. All right, let's do the two. I know she's working on, Lori, who's the owner of Unique in the Creek. I know she's working on some Christmas tree boards, which I'm looking forward to that. And then they've got something else up their sleeve, and they're really not telling anybody anything about it yet. So I'm sure it's going to be exciting, whatever it is. All right. Boy, this mesh is really... Come here, Pee-wee. All right. Yeah, they do. Everything turns out pretty. Okay. And you'll notice you'll get a lot of frays with this, and that's okay. Don't worry about that. You can always go back after the end and just trim them up, and that'll be fine. I think I'm just going to go ahead and do all the two pieces at one time and then come back and catch the singles. Hey Barb, how are you? Actually, my name is Tracy, and Callie is my cat. I have a tortie cat, and her name is Callie Mae. So I thought that'd be perfect to name my business after her, Callie Mae. Because 9 times out of 10 when I'm crafting, she's sitting right there with me, watching, curious to see what's going on. And right now, I think she's under the table. All right, pull them in. And it makes it look so clean and neat back here. I love that. I love how it looks clean. And we'll keep pinching them together. No, Barb, don't apologize. That's fine. I answered Callie. This mesh is rather thin. I think I got it from Hobby Lobby. I don't know about getting this kind again. You know, there's definitely a different quality of meshes out there, and I believe you get what you pay for. So if you're wanting a better quality product, then definitely splurge. Okay, and like I said, when we're going through these holes, we're picking up and we're pulling all the light strands. We're tying those and securing those down too. So far so good. It's kind of looking a little creepy. Yeah, I know, mine does too. It's kind of like they know. Pee-wee was just back here a minute ago. I have 3. Now, Bogey, my big one, he's a 22-pounder. He's a little black and white tuxedo, and you won't see him. But I have a little Pee-wee, and then I've got Callie Mae. All right. Well, is everybody having that heat wave that's coming? We have got severe warnings out for heat for this weekend. And it figures, like I said, we have a golf tournament this weekend, so that'll be fun. Gonna die out there on the golf course. But it's time I get to spend with my husband one-on-one, and I just love it. We have a good time. It's one of the things we can do together. Okay. And now I predetermined how far I was going to go, and that's going to be even with his mouth. So we only have a couple more of these to go. No, Elaine, I'm not going to the Crafters Convention. I've been wanting to, but got big golf tournaments coming up, and we have a trip to California for golf, and so it's just not going to work out. But I know everybody's going to have such a great time, and I want to hear all about it. But next year for sure. And then with the convention that Damon did with the others, I didn't get to go this year, but I want to go next year. And we're just zip tying along. And like Lori teaches how to do these. She does all her ruffles and stuff beforehand and clips them all with clothespins, and then she just sits down and puts them all in at one time. So that's kind of why it's taken me a little bit longer. I figured you'd go. I want to meet Lori so bad. I know she's going. Kind of neat. I think it's really neat that you see and get used to everybody's name, or you know, see everybody's name online, but then to actually get to meet them in person, that would be pretty cool. So I envy y'all. All right. Whoops, that one's a slippery dude. Okay. All right. We're getting there. Last one for red. I don't know. if y'all don't mind, if you feel so inclined, I'd appreciate it if you like and share. That just helps get my name out there and helps get more viewers in too. So I can learn too. I learn so much more of when you guys come in too. Always learning. All right. Golly. It's kind of hard on your fingers. And these are the longer zip ties. I can't imagine working with the little tiny ones I'm going to use for the turkey. Phew, that was rough. Okay, so we got that. Let's pin this one up so we can get that out of the way. Other than the curlers in his hair, it's kind of thin, but we'll go around and add the other red on the outside. There. And we've got 3 of those. Definitely, I think if I was going to redo this one, I'd do a thicker mesh. This mesh is just not as thick as I'd like it to be. Just kind of force it in there. Dang. All right. I apologize, y'all. I know this is probably kind of boring just watching, but whew, sweating. Crafting is hard work. There, gotta have one here. Anybody seen any good movies lately? I can't remember the last time I went to the movies to watch something. Okay. Alrighty. Get this one in, and then we'll start on the cruffles. Now those cruffles I was telling you about, there's only 2 people that I've ever seen do the cruffle. And that is Michelle at Monkey's Creations and Becky. And she is the cookie lady. So she calls her business the Cookie Lady's Wreaths. And that's kind of neat. It kind of gives you a little bit of both. Pull and pop. Okay, that's it for the hair. Time for a drink. Yeah, I think I am going to go back and do a premium. I think this one will just be for me. And stick it on, maybe out in my garage. Stick it on the door there. The form you can get from Unique in the Creek. And they're not expensive at all. And she also has the templates for the faces and the characters and whatnot out there. So definitely, if you think you might like to try it. It's really easy. Anybody can do it. Go on and check it out and find something you like to do and give it a try. Okay, now we're going to do the cruffle. It's a white mesh, cut at 30 inches. And I'll do this there. And what you do is you just start a roll, and you just get to rolling where it rolls over on itself, so you get a full tube. Scrunch it down, and then you're just gonna clip it. We're gonna switch ends. Roll it again. Roll it over once on itself. Pinch it, and then just ruffle it up from there. Just keep ruffling. You almost need 3 hands to do this. Until you meet the other side, and then just join them, and then you get a curl, and the ruffle, all in one. And we'll put this on the inside hole of each one. And the ones that have the 3 holes down here, on the outside we're going to put the blue. So we'll put the white in the 2 closest. Get in there. This morning I was at Harbor Freight's to pick up some more zip ties, and I saw that they have colored zip ties, but they weren't the right strength. You have to get 18 pound, I think, in order for them to fit in the holes. All right, one done. Again, we do the roll. Maybe the mesh doesn't work. Pinch. Oh, good, that one's staying. Roll and ruffle. Lots of roll and ruffle. All right. Is the horse hard to do? Because I'd really like to try it, because it turns out beautiful. That Christmas one that you did was just, I never expected that. That was awesome. Hey Diane, how are you? Thanks for coming to peep on me today. I appreciate it. Yeah, this is a little bit better, but yeah, it does. It takes time. I'm going to try some flowers next, I think. Make me a few flowers and get them in my Etsy shop and see what happens. Now, when I go live tomorrow or Sunday, I've got to show y'all this project. I'm going to do, they're the little 12-inch grapevine wreaths. And my niece asked me to do one for her. And it's, you can use either an 8-inch or a 12-inch grapevine wreath. and you put flowers on it, and then you put her initials on there, one initial, and then she's going to use it to hang on her locker at school, to decorate her locker when they go back to school. So I guess that's a new thing now, decorate your locker. So, but I thought that's a pretty neat idea. So I told her I'd give it a try and see what I can come up with. So we'll try that tomorrow or Sunday and see how that works. Ooh, I bet the ombre rose. Donna, are you talking about yarn or yard? Because that's the second time I've seen yard. Somebody talk about yard for the mane. Yarn, okay. Because I was like, maybe I missed something. Maybe there's something called yard out there. I don't know. One of the next characters I do, like I said, I'm going to do the turkey, and then I've got a snowman to do, and I'm definitely going to use premium meshes for those. And then Santa Claus. I've got some pretty neat things in store yet. God. Come on. All right. Down. Yeah, it's looking kind of creepy. I guess that's what we want, right? Just a couple more. And we'll be done. Oh yeah, she's using all kinds of stuff. I thought I saw today that she was going to picked up landscaping fabric to do the horse with. Who'da thunk? Curl and ruffle. I guess you could use anything. But I do want to try the flowers. I think those are really pretty. And some of those two-tone flowers out there, man, those are gorgeous. Okay, you almost need 3 hands to do this. Ah, come on. Okay. There we go. 2 more. Hey everybody, we got some new folks in here. Welcome. Glad you could join me. Today I'm working with a Unique in the Creek board and making a Kreepy clown. And we were all talking about earlier, for this, you really don't want to skimp on your mesh. You want to get a nice thick mesh. Because I can definitely tell a difference here. Zip it, tie it. And one more. Hi, Joanne. How are you? Hope you're having a great day. Just wanted to try something different today, and we'll be getting back to normal, to some mesh wreaths. Got some more fall I have to do. I've got a Halloween one I have to do. And they're all just piling up back there waiting for me to do them. So there's plenty of work to do. Come on. Okay. Man, fingers getting sore. Okay, there's all our white. That looks pretty good. And take these off. Take the curlers out of his hair. Yeah, there's a lot of shredding going on here. I'll have to snip him out pretty good. But I'll also spray it once I get done. I will spray some like a sealant on him, and that will help with fading and whatnot. So, all right, now the last one we're going to do is the blue. And down here, like I showed you on the back, we still have this 4 of the 3 holes left. And that's where we're going to put in the blue. And we're just going to do curls. You take and you pinch. And make sure you got the seam down, because you don't want the seam to show. And we'll just put that in shared hole. Whoa, it's trying to get away from me. All right, I've got to figure out this. Okay, here we go. Kind of creepy looking. Oh, I bet. I bet you guys are really hot in Texas, aren't you? It is hot all over the place. But I won't complain, because I remember being in the wintertime, having it so freaking cold. And I swore that if it ever got hot, I wouldn't complain, so I can't complain. Two. And I've got an extra hole down here. I could always go back and add some more, and I may. We'll see. Stick it in here. All right. The clown face is from on Unique in the Creek. She's got some digital centers or digital faces out there that you could buy, and I think they're like $4 each. And you only have to buy one, and you can print as many as you want from that one file. You just can't share the file or sell it. And she's got all kinds of different faces out there, so definitely go and check it out. Got a graveyard one that I'm going to do, and today when I was at the at Michael's, I bought an arm bones, so I'm going to put that on there. Thought that would make it kind of creepy. All right, here we go, the last one. Yay. All right, gang. Here we go. Last zip. All right. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I think I'm going to go back and I'll add more to it. And you can keep doubling up these holes. But here's what it looks like so far. Kind of creepy. I think I may go back and add another tube of blue around there, but that's where it is. And with the lights, let's see if I can get those on. I don't know, can y'all see that? They kind of go all the way around. And what we'll do on the back is now we'll go up and we'll trim these up. And don't use scissors to cut these because you'll dull your scissors. Just go on and get you some snips. And these just snip right off. As I say that. Easy to do. Hard to grab, but easy to do. And then we'll glue our battery pack on the back. And when you glue your battery pack, I don't have my glue gun going, so I'll have to do that after we're done here. But when you get ready to glue it on, make sure that you don't glue it. Make sure you glue the right side up so that you can remove the cover to replace the batteries. Come on. All right, there we go. And like I said, I'll glue this, making sure I got the right side. I'll glue that on the back. And there we've got our creepy clown. And I'll post pictures of it later on this afternoon, but there we go. Kind of see him. So next time, we're going to do the turkey. And I'm going to do him so he's got feathers coming up around so it actually looks like a real turkey. So we'll try that. Got some other ideas I want to do for some regular old deco mesh wreaths with ribbons. because I love working with ribbons. So gonna be busy. So, but anyway, no, it did not come with lights, Kathy. I went ahead and I put those lights on, and you can get the lights off of Amazon, and they're real cheap. I mean, less than $2 for a string of lights. So, but you want to make sure you get the battery operated lights. And let's see what else. All right. Well, I'm glad y'all joined me today, and hoping to see you tomorrow or Sunday. I'll send out a notice and let y'all know when and what. And y'all stay cool out there, and we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot. Bye.